In the headlines, $100,000 for post-Erica support. Minister for Justice rebukes attack of police officers, and Liat issues Zika travel advisory. I am Lurian Graham Carter with the Channel 5 News. Details after this. In the news, a donation of 100,000 EC dollars towards post-Erica rebuilding efforts showcased further regional alliance from St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
The handing over took place at a press conference at the Financial Center on Thursday morning. Dominica's Foreign Affairs Minister says the monetary contribution from St. Vincent showcases true brotherhood within the CARICOM region.
We did not have to call on them. They called. They said you were with us when disaster struck us, and we are with you now. We will help you, Dominica. This is a testament of true friendship and solidarity, and proof of our OECS unity. The government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines reached out to us and donated $100,000 to our relief efforts. They offered technical support and advice, and I am informed sent nurses and engineers to assist us in the immediate aftermath of the storm.
Cultural Ambassador for St. Vincent says his country is committed to helping Dominica recover better from the ravages of Tropical Storm Erica.
Now, we are not a rich country by any stretch of the imagination, but we are a good Caribbean neighbor. And I believe that throughout the region, we must all stand with each other. I was approached by the now Honorable Camilo Gonzalez to put on a concert in aid of supporting Dominica. Now, that concert turned out to be one of the biggest concerts we ever had in St. Vincent. And that's the kind of outpouring he had of support for our sister country, Dominica. This morning, I am here to say, Dominica, we are here with you, and any support that you need, please reach out to us. We can help in whatever way we can.
St. Vincent was highly commended for its previous non-financial assistance to Dominica, particularly since small island states are extremely vulnerable to climate change.
The government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines had in stock Bailey bridges for their own use. They too had suffered devastation from the floods in the December 2013 troughs, and those bridges were there to allow them to respond quickly to such floods on their islands in the future. We all know that we in the Caribbean are vulnerable to extreme weather events. But they knew that their sister island was in trouble, and they did not hesitate to send us what they had. Because of the generosity of the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we were able to place bridges in the damaged areas along the West Coast. This allowed us to restore vehicular access to all of the West Coast in record time. We were also, from this allotment, able to construct the bridge at Buetica. We thank you for reaching out to us and walking with us on our road to recovery.
A contribution of paper planes with solidarity messages was also made to Dominica. These paper planes formed part of fundraising efforts in St. Vincent.
Police are investigating the attempted murder of one police officer who was on duty on Carnival Monday. 5 young men from Kingshill are in police custody on suspicion of the attempted murder. Police Constable Wilbur Jules of Soufriere was admitted at the Princess Margaret Hospital after being attacked at about 10:20 a.m. on Monday, the 8th of February 2016, on Church Street in Roseau.
Police Constable Wilburton Jules approached and identified himself to a group of young men who were behaving in a disorderly manner. The group proceeded to attack Constable Jules and inflicted numerous serious injuries to the upper body and head of the Constable of Police with a hammer and a rock weighing over 15 pounds. Constable Wilburton Jules was assisted by members of the public who also called for assistance. Constable Jules was transported to the Accident and Emergency Department of the Princess Margaret Hospital by the Fire and Ambulance Services, where he was seen by a medical doctor and admitted.
Meanwhile, Minister for Justice, Immigration and National Security has condemned the attacks on 2 police officers over the carnival. The minister made a statement at a press conference on Thursday afternoon.
I want to strongly condemn the attacks on police officers Wilberton Jones and Patrickson Esprit during the Carnival celebration. According to information received, 3 persons have been charged with attempted murder in the matter involving police officer Jones. It is my hope that the police will leave no stone unturned in finding and bringing to justice the bandit or bandits who inflicted the injury to police officer Patrickson Esprit. Police officers have the dangerous and difficult task in keeping us safe, and such attacks will not and cannot be tolerated.
Blackmore applauded Dominicans for an otherwise violent-free and peaceful carnival.
I must commend the Commissioner of Police and his officers for their heightened presence and diligence during the street jump-up on Monday and Tuesday. Notwithstanding the aforementioned attacks on the 2 police officers and a few other incidents, the street jump-up on Monday and Tuesday throughout the country was relatively peaceful. Expressions of gratitude must also go out to the general public, who generally conducted themselves in a peaceful manner. It means, therefore, that these acts of violence by some do not define us as a people, but there is a fundamental goodness about the Dominican people.
In other news, despite the World Health Organization's statement on Wednesday that they would not be issuing any travel restrictions related to the Zika virus, regional carrier Liat has released a Zika virus travel advisory to its passengers.
The airline advised the customers with reservations who are concerned about traveling to destinations reported by the Center for Disease Control and Prevention to be affected by the Zika viral illness. Customers with reservations made before the 10th of February are able to change the date of travel to the same destination at no charge. They may also change the date without incurring any change in fee. If the fare to the new destination is higher than the current reservation, they will be required to pay the difference. Liat has also offered full credit on cancelled flights to those destinations for up to a year with no cancellation fee.
On to education now, where a teachers' conference next month will guide educators to better explain behavioral changes to their students.
This is one of the aims of the 13th Biennial Conference of the Dominica Teachers Association, DAT, scheduled for 30th March. The theme for the conference is Impacting Behavioral Change to Global Warming.
As teachers, we feel that we are agents. We can have change in students and even our parents. You have the information and you can assist in that. We have seen what climate change is doing to us. We have seen what it's doing to the bigger countries. So we feel that was a good topic that we should expose our teachers to, sensitize them to, and then for us to have some changes, because we know it's our way we deal with issues in the environment. That's very important.
Nicholas says the international community is taking stock of the impact of climate change, and Dominica must get on board with adapting to the altering weather conditions.
Pope Francis' last encyclical letter deals with the environment. And if the Pope can draw our attention to that, we ourselves, we need to do something on the secular level. Bigger countries once said, with all the flooding, etc., that they used to have, when it was happening in underdeveloped countries, they never thought it would have happened to them. And look at what is happening now.
An individual who attended the COP21 summit in Paris last year is scouted to address the teachers at their biennial conference in March. Andrea Louis, Channel 5 News.
Unconfirmed reports of a vehicle accident at 1 Mile in Bourne involving one man has been reported to Channel 5 News.
It is alleged that the man escaped the wreckage with minor wounds after his Honda ran into the ditch and fell into a nearly 30-foot drop off the side of the road. Motorists are being encouraged to exercise caution while driving along this route, since there are no guardrails on the bridge. Channel 5 News will keep you updated on the accident as more information becomes available.
One man from Roseau is dead after sustaining a stab wound at Pottersville on January 14, 2016. A Stockholm man is being questioned by police in suspicion of the murder of Chester Vidal of Roseau. Vidal died about 3:55 p.m. on Tuesday, 9 February 2016.
He walked to the Accident and Emergency Department of the Princess Margaret Hospital, where he was seen by a medical doctor and admitted. Chester Vidal succumbed to his injury about 3:55 p.m. on Tuesday, the 9th of February 2016. A post-mortem will be convened.
Meanwhile, Shakila Regis of Bellevue Chopel sustained a wound to his back about 7 a.m. on Monday, 8 February 2016 in Roseau. He was transported to the Accident and Emergency Department of the Princess Margaret Hospital, where he was admitted.
One male adult of Madrel Loubier is in police custody on suspicion for grievous bodily harm. Investigations are ongoing. Anyone with information which can assist the police in the investigations can contact the Criminal Investigations Department at telephone numbers 266-5164, 266-5165, and 266-5119.
You are watching Channel 5 News. When we return, trauma support for Dominican teachers. Thank you for staying with us. A regional artist is echoing the call for media to play a greater role in promoting local music.
The comments came from Vincentian Raga Soca artist Rondi Luther McIntosh. Following Dice's crowning at the Calypso Finals over the weekend, the 8-time Calypso monarch put the media in the spotlight by challenging them to show greater appreciation for local music.
People like you, the media also, you know, you have to push your own thing and love it up. When you love it up, somebody will see, oh my Lord, how we loving that like that? What is that? But if you don't love in your thing, how somebody can watch it and try to even want to love it too?
Luther is voicing the same sentiment and says promotion of local music is a means of getting recognized regionally.
You did reaching out to the media, the DJs, the radio stations. I believe that I should not come here and hear outside music dominating here in Dominica. Give your artists some presence. Give them some prominence on the airwaves. You know, big them up, play the music, rotate the music. Because that is how the culture is going to get out. If you're not selling your culture, nobody's going to sell it for you. If you're not endorsing it and embracing it, nobody's not going to do it for you.
The soca artist says that greater airplay for local music could encourage artists to produce more material.
Everybody have the fight that, home, more reggae music playing at your music and what's not. I know our carnival and our music is seasonal, but if the media start giving it the prominence it really deserves, artists now are going to say, boy, after carnival, 2 months down the road, I'm going to release a song because it's going to be played. And the radio station not going to say, well, it's not carnival, we release the song for. So you keep yourself current, you keep your name in the marketplace, and it's just to get the support from the media and the local people.
And Dominican teachers are to receive additional support as they recover psychologically from the trauma of Tropical Storm Erica.
In October last year, the Dominica Association of Teachers, DAT, announced that it would undertake healing support sessions with its teachers to help them manage the emotional trauma of Tropical Storm Erica.
We had gone out on our healing support services to our teachers, everyone who had been affected by Tropical Storm Erica. We did all the workshops together with the guidance counselors of the Ministry of Education and one freelancer. And these sessions went very well based on the evaluation that we received from the teachers, from the principals, and even some parents who attended in some schools. But we are very thankful for the fact that we achieved our goals, because that was the goal that we went out to assist the teachers emotionally.
However, after the initial series of sessions, it was realized that some teachers need more support in coping with the ill effects of the tropical storm.
What we have found out, though, is that some teachers need individual attention. And the number is too high for comfort. So we said we're going to do something about it. We informed, of course, we have to report where we got the monies from. And our friends, our affiliates are very pleased with our level of accountability. And so when we came up with this new project, it was almost yes. So they asked us to write a project, which we have done. It has been approved at international level, Education International in Brussels. And we got word that the money is going to be sent to our account.
Nicholas says that having psychologically stable teachers will have a positive impact in the classroom.
We can't have teachers in the classroom who are broken and they're not attended to. We have to attend to them. And it's just left to them because we are prepared to assist them. Most of the teachers will come from the schools, but there are other teachers whose schools were not damaged, but they were affected, and then we take that into consideration. As soon as we are finalized with the Ministry of Education, the list of the teachers, etc., we're going to start, because we would like to finish at least before the term ends.
In more news, Dominica is receiving thumbs up for retaining the traditional elements of its carnival culture.
The commendation comes from Cultural Ambassador of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. He says the traditional elements of Carnival are slowly dying out in the region.
What I really love about Dominican Carnival is the original Juve style, not authentic, traditional Juve style, where you see like the old mass and what's not. In my country, the Juve has now gone to paint. We are losing that traditional aspect where people come on the road early in the morning and you have the steel pan on the road and you have people, portraying all sorts of different, stuff, the monkey band and that. So we are losing that. And when I came to Dominica and I saw what was happening, I say, yes, we need to at least, go back to those days.
McIntosh also applauded Dominica for the dominance of calypso music during the carnival season.
This was the biggest shocker for me. Nowhere else in the Caribbean is calypso that big like Dominica. In the other islands, soca is the predominant music. So you go to a soca monarch show and you see 20,000-30,000 people. And you go to the calypso monarch show and it's like 1,500 to 2,000 people. When I came to Dominica, it was the total reverse. That the calypso show loaded, packed with people, and people are actually partying to calypso. That don't happen in my country. Dominica, the calypso show is like soca monarch, where people are partying and jump up and wave and what's not. And I really, really love that.
He says, however, that more color and flair can be added to Dominica's carnival parades.
What I think they can improve on is the mask, the costumes. Yeah, because I saw 1 or 2 costumes looking really good, but the other costumes, I think they can improve in that area. I am loving the music.
Meanwhile, the police department has referred to the carnival season 2016 as relatively peaceful. The communities with major carnival activities were Portsmouth, Salisbury, St. Joseph, Maho, Roseau, and Grand Bay. Acting Inspector of Police Pelam John Baptist reported that in Grand Bay, there were 2 serious incidents of wounding and 1 serious motor vehicle traffic collision, which left a 3-year-old toddler injured.
In the city of Roseau, there were 23 arrests made, mostly for minor offenses of armed with offensive weapon and disorderly conduct. Also in Roseau, there were 2 serious incidents of wounding, where a police officer and another young man sustained serious injuries. A second police officer also sustained an injury while on duty.
Police are carrying out investigations in 2 cases of grievous bodily harm at the Bellevue Chopin and Wesley. Police are seeking the assistance of the public in the search of 1 man in relation to a fish gun attack on 25-year-old Jefferson Hippolyte of Wesley. The assault occurred about 10:30 a.m. on Monday, 8 February 2016. Hippolyte was injured with the spear of a fish gun in his back. He was transported to the Princess Margaret Hospital where he was admitted. Meanwhile, Ted Williams of Bellevue-Chopel sustained an injury to his right shoulder with a cutlass. The incident occurred about 1 p.m. on Tuesday, 9 February 2016. He was transported to the Accident and Emergency Department of the Princess Margaret Hospital. A 31-year-old Campbell man has pleaded guilty to charges of over $15,000 for the possession of firearms and ammunition. Hubert Bernard of Wet Area Bells was fined $8,000 for having 17 rounds of live ammunition for a 12-gauge shotgun, $3,000 for 5 rounds of 38 ammunition, and for the 12-gauge shotgun he was fined $5,000 suspended for a year. The police obtained a search warrant for the home of Bernard, which was executed on February 6, 2016. A search revealed the gun. When questioned about it, he said it was given to him by his grandfather. He also told the police that he had the ammunition, and a further search of the house revealed the 38 ammunition. In his mitigation, his lawyer, Peter Allen, told the court that his client had fully cooperated with the police throughout the process and had not wasted the court's time. The weapon, he said, was for hunting and was not for any criminal activities. He asked the court to exercise leniency on his client, who was a first-time offender and had strong family ties. The maximum penalty for that offense is $15,000 each. That's news. Kenny Williams is next with your sports highlights.
Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us. Cricket starts off at Botanic Gardens with a match between defending champions Dominica State College and Northeast Comprehensive in Thursday's edition of the United Insurance Under-20 Championship. Kajaki John Lewis scored an impressive 153 not out to pilot State College to an innings and 160-run victory over Northeast Comprehensive. NECS batted first, scoring 83 all out. Brian Joseph added 30 and Derry O'Geist 23. Shervan Dorset took 6 for 27 and Lee Louisi 4 for 13 for DSC. College in reply declared on 224 for 7. Keon Burton took 5 wickets for NECS. Northeast Comprehensive was sent in to bat again and ended on 64. Shervan Dorset took 5 wickets and Lee Louisi 4 for State College. We move now to the Under-19 World Cup, where West Indies secured a spot in the finals of that tournament when they beat Bangladesh by 3 wickets Thursday. Claiming a 3-wicket win, the Windies clocked out on 230 for 7. Shamar Springer added 62 and Shimron Hetmeyer 60. Kimo Paul picked up 3 for 37 for West Indies. In their turn at the crease, Bangladesh scored 226 all out. Mehdi Miraz scored 60 for Bangladesh. The finals will be played on Sunday, February 14 between West Indies and India. In other World Cup matches, Canada defeated Fiji by 8 wickets. Final scores 84 for 2 and 83 all out in favor of Canada. And Namibia recorded a 15-run victory over Nepal with final scores of 255 for 9 and 210 all out in favor of Namibia. Football action continues after the carnival break as 5 matches are down for play in the national leagues of the Dominica Football Association.
In the Flow Premier League on Saturday, Sajiko Southeast will take on Baffin State Football Club at 3 p.m. While in a doubleheader on Sunday, Kyrie FM Exodus Football Club will come up against Caribbean Cool Harlem United from 3 p.m. to be followed by Northern Concrete and Steel Bombers versus Signman Middleham United at 5 p.m. All matches will be played at the Benjamin Park in Portsmouth. In the Division 1 League on Sunday, Grand 4 Young Boys will take on Trafalgar Football Club at 3 p.m. at the Newton Playing Field, to be followed by East Central versus Kinfield Football Club at 5 p.m.
The Premier League will be wrapping up in a few weeks and the All-Ireland League will swiftly follow. Football teams are being reminded that February 19 is the deadline for registration for the All-Ireland League. That's all the time for sports. I am Kenny Williams. Join us again next time.
Increased cloudiness and scattered showers expected. More from the Met Office with the weather report.
Good evening, Dominica, and welcome to tonight's weather broadcast. I'm your presenter, Marshall Alexander. We begin by taking a look at earlier infrared satellite imagery. Weak unstable conditions are affecting the area. However, dry sinking air continue to restrict cloud development across the region, as seen here on visible satellite imagery. Now taking a look at earlier radar imagery and what it indicated, some shower activity mainly across the islands to the south of Dominica. Tonight's weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy at times with a few brief scattered showers, and tomorrow's weather is expected to be fair to partly cloudy and breezy with a few brief scattered showers mainly in the interior of the island. Sea conditions are expected to be moderate in open water with waves up to 8 feet. Small craft operators and sea beavers, you're advised to exercise some caution. Conditions for the next 3 days: fair to partly cloudy skies with few scattered showers can be expected on Friday and Saturday. However, as we move into Sunday, we expect to see an increase in showers and cloudiness by late Sunday. We also expect to see a decrease in wind speeds as we approach Sunday. For the rest of the Caribbean tomorrow, dry conditions expected to prevail across the central and southern portion of the region, with an increase in cloudiness and some scattered showers expected across the extreme northern portion of the island chain. Our international cities forecast: fair to partly cloudy skies can be expected in New York, Miami, Caracas, and Beijing, with some rain expected in London. Some cold temperatures can be expected in New York. Sunrise tomorrow will be at 6:42 a.m. and sunset will be at 6:08 p.m. For more information, you can call the weather hotline at 447-5555 or visit our website at weather.gov.dm. Thanks for viewing. Have a good night.
And before we end this evening's news, Channel 5 News acknowledges an erroneous clip which was aired on Wednesday's news report in the Calypso controversy story. Mapping apologizes to its viewers and in particular Mr. Ian Jackson for any awkwardness that may have been caused. That's news. The headlines again: $100,000 for post-Erica support, Minister for Justice rebukes attack of police officers, and Liat issues Zika travel advisory. Email us at news@mapping2k4.com. You can also access our past newscasts on our YouTube channel. I am Durian Graham Carter on behalf of the production team. Thank you for watching.